Business Review, a daily program that delves into the latest and most significant economic stories. From stock markets to currency news, Business Review covers the most up-to-date developments in the financial world.
The CAC 40 declined tragically by 3.4% on Friday, bringing its weekly decline to 11.94. This is the worst week on the Paris Stock Exchange market since November 2008. The market's negative impact has escalated, sinking the CAC 40 to 3.38%. The fall even approached 4.5% at the worst of the session and finished at 5,309 points. More than 9.7 billion euros were traded, an exceptional number, highlighting the massive nature of this fall.
Can France do any more damage than it's already done? I'm half kidding. Emmanuel Macron is trying to stay in a game where he thought he could be the mediator, the one to bring a solution, and in fact he's brought nothing, and he's only managed to isolate France. When he became president, he tried to play the game in all possible ways. Unfortunately, Emmanuel Macron is not going about implementing those reforms intelligently, because he is alienating the very people that he would need the support from.
Black gold is also in a rectifying situation. The spread of the coronavirus caused fears over demand for hydrocarbons. At the end of the day, we witnessed a 5.1 collapse of the Texas WTI to $44.68, while Brent from the North Sea fell to $9, with the viral outbreak spreading to more countries. The price of oil has dropped abruptly as global demand weakened even further. That has sent shares tumbling for oil giants like Exxon and Chevron.
Our country, as I announced yesterday, has gone into stage 2 of the plan for prevention and management of the virus. Defined by the authorities, the virus has begun to circulate in certain parts of the country, and it has in particular concentrated in 2 clusters, 2 groups of patients.
The oil industry analysts fear that what they thought was a contained disruption may instead lead to more travel restrictions around the world and even less oil consumed. In the last week, however, reports of the spreading virus knocked prices down. The benchmark for the US 16% during the week, so as in Europe, settling Friday at $44 a barrel. Brent crude, the international standard, dropped 14% for the week to its lowest level since July 2017, closing Friday at $50 a barrel. France is among the countries that are affected by the coronavirus. As we can see, in the streets are empty, especially on a Sunday, the day of rest for the French people. This is Farah Al-Hashim reporting for the Business Review, KTV2, Paris.
A group of factory workers peeked through gaps of a closed gate at a garment factory in the outskirts of Yangon, Myanmar, where they used coronavirus outbreak since February 13th. Amid an ongoing coronavirus outbreak in China, they have become jobless. Temporary factory closures and layoffs have already begun to hit low-wage workers across Asia as quarantines and travel restrictions from the new coronavirus hit supply chains linked to China. Travel restrictions and quarantines in China, the manufacturing engine that powers much of the world, have hit movement of goods, with the lack of supplies reverberating throughout the supply chain.
Inside a seminar-sized room at China's top-ranked university, Tsinghua, on Friday, February 28th, Associate Professor Gao Yuning delivered a lecture on international development and global governance. Tsinghua has moved all learning online this semester for the first time in its history due to the ongoing coronavirus outbreak, which has left students unable to attend classes due to restrictions on movement, quarantine requirements, and restrictions on public gatherings. According to the university, since February 17th, Tsinghua has been offering interactive online courses to its more than 25,000 students, including over 1,000 in virus-hit Hubei province. Tsinghua's chief rival for the title of China's top university, Peking University, has similarly moved its courses online. Tsinghua's vice president Yang Bin said that following the outbreak, the university had to choose between postponing the start of the spring semester using mainly pre-recorded lectures and other online materials, and this interactive method, which involves real-time learning. Yang opted for the latter, more aggressive approach, which uses RAIN classroom screen recording software that is interactively connected to Microsoft PowerPoint. Students scan a QR code on their phones to sign in or register for each class, and teachers can see that immediately. Teachers, many of whom teach from home, can set questions and include time limits during class and switch between video links, PowerPoint, and split screen. All faculties are on board. Even PE classes are run online, with PE teachers often combining knowledge learning with short video demonstrations of movements and techniques and setting exercises for students to perform at home. Most primary and start of schools in China have postponed the start of their spring semesters due to the ongoing coronavirus outbreak. Shanghai has said that classes will begin on March 2nd, but they will be online.
China said on Thursday, February 27th, that a flurry of steps in recent weeks helped keep smaller businesses afloat, but many still face difficulties as the coronavirus epidemic severely disrupts economic activity. Data from China's Industry and Information Technology Ministry showed only about 30% of China's small and medium enterprises have resumed normal production, and officials are worried that many may have to start cutting jobs, putting additional pressure on the economy. Small and mid-sized firms account for over 80% of nationwide employment and over 60% of gross domestic product. According to China banking and insurance regulator official, banking institutions have lent out 953.5 billion yuan to counter the epidemic. Li Guqiang, the vice governor of People's Bank of China, also said the central bank will, as far as possible, reduce the impact of the epidemic so that economic goals for this year can still be achieved. Adding that in the area more affected by the outbreak, banking institutions have provided differentiated financial services to businesses and individuals and delayed the payment of loan and interest, lowered loan interest rates, increased credit loans and long-term loans to support related enterprises to overcome the outbreak.
Amid the rapid rise in the number of people suspected of contracting the novel coronavirus in South Korea, drive-through testing facilities have been introduced to fight the spread of the deadly virus. The South Korean government introduced a drive-through sampling approach for the new virus on Wednesday in multiple cities. Sejong City, 121 kilometers south of Seoul, and northwest of city in Gangneung province, just northwest of Seoul, have become two of the first movers operating such a test. In Goyang, a parking lot has been converted into a temporary sample collection point. Different from the procedure in communities or designated hospitals, residents can have their body temperatures and samples taken without getting off the car. The drive-through process includes a medical questionnaire, body temperature measurement, and then sample collection if a person has a fever and cough with breathing problems. After a sample collection, people can go back home and remain isolated until they get the test results. It takes about 5 minutes from body temperature measurement to oral mucus sampling. The drive-through sample collection goes on well and is efficient. The sampling, all free, is expected to prevent suspected patients from spreading the virus by minimizing their contact with other people and protect healthcare workers. South Korea confirmed 256 more cases of the novel coronavirus disease between 9 o'clock Friday and 4 o'clock on Thursday, raising the total number of infections in the country to 2,022.
South Korea fumigated a subway station in central Seoul on Friday as part of efforts to stem the spread of the coronavirus amid a rising number of cases in the country. Workers sprayed disinfectant at facilities in Gwangwon subway station and wiped down turnstiles as commuters wearing face masks passed by. Earlier in the day, South Korea reported 256 new coronavirus cases, bringing the total number of infected in the country to 2,022. According to the Korea Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, of the new cases, 182 were in the southeastern city of Daegu, and the death toll from the virus stood at 13, unchanged from the day earlier.
Business Review, your daily source for the most critical financial stories. Tune in next time for the latest financial news impacting the world economy.